Oh, hey everybody who has subscribed to me or who has watched or listened to any of the videos with predictions or Jacob vs. Edward and stuff like that in my little mini talk show. Well, I said I was going to do a follow-up after the Breaking Dawn predictions ones, and it's been a while, and I've been talking to a lot of my friends, and you know the first chapters come out, and also something else came out that's had a lot of people talking. When I go to theater every day, people are talking, and when in the special edition of Eclipse, go get that. When you open the front cover, there is the picture of Breaking Dawn, the cover, very nice. But then under it is the paragraph that's going to go on the back of the book, just like the paragraphs that are on Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse. Like on Twilight, it's like 3 things I'm sure about that thing. So on the Breaking Dawn one, for those of you who haven't read it, it says, "Don't be afraid," I murmured. "We belong together." I was abruptly overwhelmed by the truth of my own words. This moment was so perfect, so right. There was no way to doubt it. His arms wrapped around me, holding me against him. It felt like every nerve ending in my body was a live wire. "Forever," he agreed. I kind of read that fast, so I'm going to read it again, and then I have a question. "Don't be afraid," I murmured. "We belong together." I was abruptly overwhelmed by the truth of my own words. This moment was so perfect, so right. There was no way to doubt it. His arms wrapped around me, holding me against him. It felt like every nerve ending in my body was a live wire. "Forever," he agreed. Well, when you first read that, or at least when I first read that, it was just like, whatever, it's just a paragraph on the back of the book. But then my sister's friend came, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I think that's not Edward speaking." And at first I thought, it's just Edward and Bella talking, they're probably on their honeymoon or whatever. But now that I'm reading it again and like everybody's been talking about it, I think it's Jacob talking, because it says, "Don't be afraid," I murmured. "We belong together." And when she says, "I was abruptly overwhelmed by the truth of my own words," that's kind of a giveaway that it is Jacob, because Edward and her already, they say that so much, so it wouldn't be a big deal, or like, "Oh my gosh, this is the truth of my own words," or there's just nothing, like they've already said we belong together, so it's not like she would be overwhelmed and stuff, like if she's used to it with Edward. And then I thought that, but I kind of forgot about it. The theater every day. And then one day, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to one of my friends about it, and we're arguing if it's Edward or Jacob. And then she was talking about Midsummer Night's Dream. I think that's what it's called. And then I got a lot of comments about that. And apparently that's what Breaking Dawn is based off of. And that's what it's coming off of that. It's not going to be exactly that, but basically the synopsis of that is that everybody falls in love with like the wrong people. So I think that I don't know, I think that she might end up with Jacob, and everybody knows I'm Team Jacob, and I get a lot of haters, and they're like, "Oh, she loves Jacob." But you know what? I think that the book, it might end that way, and I'm not saying that's the way it should end, because I would always love her to be with Jacob, but I just figured that the book wouldn't be complete if she ended up with Edward, so maybe she will end up with Edward. Like maybe this will be like halfway through the book, but she'll snap out of it and go back to Edward, because Edward's not going to leave her. He'll always be standing there waiting for her, or it seems like it, but I don't know. I think that's a little different. So to go on with predictions for Breaking Dawn, a lot of people were talking about Jacob imprinting, of course, and him crashing the wedding, and yeah, and when you read the first chapter, obviously he's still going to be a big part of this book, because they're talking about him in the first chapter. She's already worrying about him, and I think he's just going to pop up at the wedding. She's going to forget about him, and I used to really be sure that she was going to turn into a vampire. I honestly don't know what's going to happen now, because maybe she'll die, and I'm not trying to be like mean to Bella, but She gets on my nerves, but I mean, I'm not saying she should die, but maybe she will. I mean, maybe that's the way that they're going to end, because they said this is the final book from her perspective, so, like, from her point of view, so maybe if they continued on the story, it might not be Bella, it won't be Bella speaking, so maybe it's because Bella dies. I don't know why it is, or what Stephanie's thinking, but that might be it. So I'm going to stop talking to a camera right now, and just give me more comments, and I can't wait until August 2nd. I'm just going to freak out. August 1st, I'm going to Borders for like a party and stuff. Me and my friends, we're just going to go crazy. I'm going to stay there the whole time. I already pre-ordered the book, by the way. You should definitely pre-order it. And I'm not going to say where I live, but anybody who knows me and lives near me should definitely go to the party at our local Borders, because it's going to be off the chain. That counts. Off the chain. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And like, if you're a serious vampire, or if you like to run with the wolves, you should definitely come. Buy the special edition Eclipse. Get the little iron things. My sister has Team Edward. I'm Team Jacob. Half because I love Jacob. Second because she took the Team Edward one. But whatever. See you guys, and I can't wait till August 2nd. Then after I read the book in one day, I'm going to have another video up here talking about the book. Okay, so bye.